Alabama team that Georgia Tech swept last night in the Georgia Tech Classic. The serve by Emiliano, and we are underway with the first point turned in by the Hornets.
And you see the first shot taken, going high into the hands. Notice Georgia Tech couldn't play defense around. That was just a smart, high shot by Cobb.
And Nyla Cobb, the graduate transfer from Tallahassee, Florida. Preseason All-SWAC last year. And Georgia Tech will concede the free ball to Alabama State. Tap long, and that's double contact on Alabama State for the Georgia Tech side out. As you take a look at Penny Lucas-White, her 14th season in Montgomery, Alabama, 431 career wins. Coach Penny is a legend.
Coach Penny, that's her assistant coach right now, but Coach Penny standing up is just doing a great job with her team year after year, building a winning program.
You know that she wants her team to serve, receive a lot better. They have conceded 26 aces the last two matches. That swing long from Laura Fisher, and the point to Alabama State. There is Penny Lucas-White, 6 SWAC tournament championships. Her team 31-1 in the SWAC over the last 2 years. And she does not like to schedule soft in non-conference play. It's all about callousing her team for conference play. Quick out of the middle, thumped by Mogridge, bumped up by Clark, but unable to be tracked down in front of the Hornets bench. Liv Mogridge climbing the ladder. She has started to find her form as well after an injury-riddled last season.
Good swing by Mogridge, but you're totally right. Alabama State loaded up their preseason. Alabama, Arizona, Troy, Georgia Tech, and Florida. Like the top teams, Andy, ready to come out.
They took a set off of Alabama in their home invitational. Out of sync on the middle attack, Emiliano, the back set, an easy slide kill by Deandra Pierce.
You see Georgia Tech trying to force the middle attack. Those are the legs that are fresh right now. The middles, they get 3 rotations instead of 6. You got to go to them at the end of a tournament play. Good
job to hold the middle as well by Emiliano. And again, that has been an issue all weekend long for Alabama State, giving up aces. Liv Mogridge had a couple of aces in that win over Florida, earns Georgia Tech's first ace, and the Yellow Jackets up 4-2.
The serve and pass game for Georgia Tech so strong. Nice focus, going hard is Mogridge.
Like we said, 2 matches here in Atlanta. Alabama State has allowed 26 aces, and the block by Fisher and Pierce makes it 5-2 Tech.
You know, Fisher on the right side, 6'3", long arms, really earned the starting role yesterday. It's been with Mendez out today. It's been between Harper and Fisher, but Fisher really showed out.
And Laura Fisher, just her second career start, as there's another ace for the Yellow Jackets. And Fisher's first start since 2022, so Michelle Collier would love to have Larissa Mendez out there at the pin, but this can be an opportunity to burnish some depth for Georgia Tech's 11th year coach. 4-0 Georgia Tech run. That serve handled, Scanlon, the quick set, blocked by Pierce. Hornets to reload, the swing from Williams, and she drops it short in front of Mogridge for the side out.
Perfect shot, a little change up, just trying to hit at left back where the middle Mogridge, because she was serving, played left back. Nice change up shot to get that to drop.
Taylor Williams, true freshman outside hitter from Cypress, Texas. As Cameron Clay, another one of Coach Penny's freshmen, toe the service line. Clay had a team-high 13 assists earlier today versus South Alabama. And off the outside hand of the block and down for the Laura Fisher kill.
Laura Fisher went up, hesitated just a little bit, waited for the block to set up, and then worked the outside hand.
Senior has bided her time. And in rhythm on that swing. And now to serve. She earned her first career ace in that sweep last night versus South Alabama. Overcooks that try. And the service there gives it to Alabama State.
Alabama State hoping for any type of side out right now. You're just trying to stay in this match, show fight. Coach Penny Lucas-White saying, we are united. The team is here to fight.
She also said she wants her team to be relentless and be risk takers. Otane's first kill. Crushes that off the feed from Emiliano.
Oh, Otane is just getting started. If she's hitting like that first swing out of the gate, guys, she's either hot or cold. It looks like she's hot today.
She had a career high 4 aces last night versus South Alabama. Tries to plant one down the line. That knocks off the net and back onto Alabama State's end. Georgia Tech point as Jiria Morgan couldn't get it over the block.
This is a good blocking rotation for Alabama State to take advantage. You have a 5'7" setter, Emiliano, for Georgia Tech in the front row. So that's matchup set into your outside might be the go-to.
Otene, like you had said, the reigning ACC Offensive Player of the Week, 24 kills in that 5-set upset over BYU. Followed that up against Florida with 12 kills and a .409 hitting percentage as Georgia Tech continues to stretch out the first set lead.
Bertolino will test her power against your block setup. If your arms flail back, she's going to win with that power and a long tool, even opposite side out of bounds.
Tech serving up 6. The set by Clay, dug up by Pierce, make that Emiliano with the layout. And a standstill swing is long off the hand of Cobb. 11-4 Georgia Tech. Right now you can sense Alabama State not quite in sync off the serve receive.
Georgia Tech's putting some heat behind that serve, but you're right, Andy. It's the serve receive breakdown causing this timeout.
And that forces the timeout from Alabama State. Michelle Collier's team up 11-4 early as they look to move to 7-1. Promising start in Atlanta.
Mateo faces silent battles with epilepsy. His mom always worrying, always watching. At Georgia Tech, these students are engineering hope for kids like Mateo. A discrete epilepsy monitoring device called NeuroChamp. Medical innovations born from passion. Student leaders leveraging technology to make the world better. Go, Mateo, go.
This is the ACC, where greatness isn't just a goal, it's our relentless pursuit.
Well, there you go.
Where elite coaches and preeminent players constantly strive to redefine what's possible. Here, greatness knows no limits. Here, achievements speak louder than words, and legacies are cemented. This is the ACC, accomplished greatness.
Andy Demetric, Keely Evelyn, midway through our first set. Georgia Tech up 11-4 over Penny Lucas White's Alabama State Hornets. Loved that quote when we caught up with Coach Penny earlier this week.
We don't get what we want, we get what we believe. What is that self-talk in your head? What are you telling yourself? Coach Penny White coming out of a timeout, telling her team you believe, and right there with that strong line shot, taking some heat, putting it down is Clay.
That was a swing of belief by Ashby. Penny Lucas White, member of the USA National Volleyball team for a couple of years, 1985 and 86. Long ball across, change of speed by Bertolino. It's swatted up, but not over. And the side out for Bianca Bertolino, preseason All-ACC outside hitter.
Andy, I swear Bertolino watches video intently just to know her tip shot. She went 3 in a row yesterday. Tip shot, and she's like, is somebody gonna pick that up?
You can tell from her freshman year, just a crafty finesse player. But she's got plenty of power as well. Off the reversal, block touch, dug up by Velez. Emiliano to Mogridge as she hammers it home.
Velez, only 18 years old in her junior year, started college at 16. The libero for Georgia Tech coming all the way over to stick that pass to set her middle.
Yeah, think about that. An 18-year-old junior out of Cartagena, Colombia, Trinity Valley Community College, trying for the up, but sails it wide. Alabama State the point. And Velez, at 17, 18 years old, or 2 seasons at Trinity Valley Community College, had the most digs in all of junior college volleyball over that span, 1,523.
All Yellow Jacket fans are happy. She's wearing a jacket uniform. That experience coming in strong.
Bertolino steps into it, tries to dot it on the deep cross, and she does. Pinpoint placement by Bianca Bertolino.
so strong. She'll play the yo-yo game or accordion game so tight. Drops a tip shot and then says, okay, I'm gonna go my power shot to the deep corner. Perfectly placed.
Yeah, inside the block of Willis. 14-6. Velez covering the corner. Emiliano pops it up. Bertolino rattles it through the block. That's just a straight power swing from Bertolino, and Tech's up 9.
Willis was slightly off the middle blocker, and Bertolino, that's the power that she has. She'll test any motion. If you're a moving block with your arm, she'll get the tool.
And Zenobia Willis is an outstanding blocker. The grad transfer by way of Arkansas Little Rock. She led the Trojans in blocks as a junior. Another short set through the middle for Mogridge. She pounds it down, and Tech's up 10.
Super hopeful when Mogridge gets going in the middle. You just got to balance out the court. Nice set by Emiliano, and that cutback, so pretty.
Georgia Tech's middle row attack was a little lacking last year in spite of going to the Sweet 16. A lot of that had to do with the injuries that Mogridge sustained that cost her most of the middle half of the season. But with the way she's playing, the way Pierce is playing, they have firmed up any questions about that middle blocking very quickly. Off the bump set, the dig by Otene. Mogridge once more.
Oh, Andy, this is getting fun. You see that so this is just communicating with your setter. Like, I'm going behind now in transition. Turn quick, setter's in front, turn it off of 1 foot. Mogridge, inside slide attack, right off the setter's head. Yellow
Jackets are in the flow state here in the first. Another timeout for Alabama State. Liv Mogridge, 4 kills on 4 swings, a couple of aces as well for the junior from Lutz, Florida. Michelle Collier, who passed the 200 career win plateau. And Georgia Tech was out in Provo last week. Boy, if college volleyball was buzzing over that come-from-behind 5-set win at BYU, a place where very few visiting teams have had success, they erased all doubt coming back home on Wednesday at McCambus Pavilion and knocking off Florida in straight sets in a rematch of their second-round NCAA tournament match.
Coach Collier loading up their preseason because she knows what's to come in ACC play. Just loaded with rankings throughout the ACC. So when you load up your preseason, you are prepared for what's to come. Going off, guys, this is the 4 matches in 7 days. BYU Florida just happened this week. Now you're turning around, but you're preparing for what's to come.
It's the 4th consecutive year that Georgia Tech has defeated a top 25 opponent, and as you see, may have some more opportunities to bag a top 15 win. Look at all those ranked teams, Georgia Tech included, in the ACC, including now #1 Pittsburgh. And they probably ought to tip their cap to Miami down there at number 20 for clearing the way for the Panthers to ascend to #1.
And the other team that will probably get points or be in the rankings is SMU, just taking out #1 Texas.
Whew. Emiliano to serve, 17-6. And the block, the solo by Mogridge. Smothering that swing from Wooldridge.
Mogridge all over that shot. Willis showed where she was going. Mogridge keeping her vision down, just knows the go-to player, not looking at any pin attacker. Says, I know Alabama State wants to set Willis.
Mogridge has 3 of Georgia Tech's 5 consecutive points. Off-platform swing, easy dig by Mogridge. Emiliano dishing to Bertolino cross court, and she finds the line for the point.
This is what we saw against Florida, the brilliance of Bertolino. You saw the tip shot, deep corner shot, and then she shows she can hit inside strong shot. Bertolino, a senior, just stepping in to authority.
5 kills, 6 attacks for Bertolino. Emiliano's serve has a lot of dip to it as that is just nudged over. Oh, but pushed down the line, Velez, no. They'll say double contact, I believe, and the point to Alabama State.
Coach Collier walking over, using her challenge card to see if that ball was actually in.
It looked in. I thought maybe they saw something in double contact from Emiliano, because that was right in front of us. I don't know. We'll see. The challenge card is out.
Right. You cannot double a ball and send it over.
Georgia Tech is challenging that the ball was in.
On that first or second contact.
Yeah, they are challenging in versus out. Everyone watches women's sports, and everyone will be watching this review.
Coach Collier, all smiles today, really happy.
Really? I don't see a smile right now.
I mean, she was cracking it, making some joke.
Very business-like comportment there for Georgia Tech's 11th year head coach. He's guided the Yellow Jackets to 4 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances, longest streak in 2 decades.
Everybody looks at Coach Collier and sees like a coach, right? But I remember her when she was a player. You take the combination of like, actually, Lecator, remember Mena, that we saw with Atlanta Vibe?
Yeah.
That similar game, that power. You see if this one was in or out.
Well, looks like it caught a line, but I've been fooled before.
In Spain, playing over there, that's what we would say, un beso. Like that ball kissed that line. I'm seeing it.
They don't yet have the Bolt 6 technology in college volleyball, which would make this a very tidy review. Zoom in a little closer to see if it might have, like you said, kissed that line.
At the contact, you're trying to see if there's any part of the blue court, but I'm not seeing any blue. I see so close.
The call on the court was out of bounds. Georgia Tech right now hitting .625, Keeley, in this opening set.
It starts first with their service game, so going on a run, you get Alabama State out of transition, easy ball back, that transition middle really working for Tech. Moger 4 kills on 4 swings, and then Pierce adds 1 kill on 1 swing.
Will Emiliano get a point on reversal here?
I mean, that's so close. People at home are like, I see blue. If you're a Georgia Tech fan, you're like, oh, totally white.
As we are fond of saying, Keeley, sometimes you see those replays with your heart.
This one is.
Yep. But is there enough evidence to overturn the call of out?
You know, at this point, Coach Collier enjoys the break, right? But you're just like, give it to him. Let's finish out this set.
Yeah, right.
Let's go.
Yellow Jackets on a streak of 3 consecutive home sweeps last night versus South Alabama, hit .458 and a season-high 10 aces, which may not bode well for Alabama State, having given up 26 aces in 2 matches here at the Georgia Tech Classic. Georgia Tech, couple of aces in the first, both from Liv Mogridge.
I'm sure Coach Collier wants to walk over like, okay, guys, we have a decent lead. I think we can do it. Let's work on our service eve game.
Let's get the
call is confirmed. The ball was out.
Might have been one of those cases where the evidence was not conclusive enough to overturn the call on the court. So the point earned by Alabama State, and it stays 19-7.
A good matchup right now for Bertolino on the right side if Georgia Tech can get a pass.
Try to stick the serve receive first. Brianna Swanson at the line for the Hornets. Alabama State picked preseason 3rd in the SWAC despite winning the regular season. Each of the last 2 years, they go to Fisher on the near pin instead, and a terminal swing from the senior Laura Fisher.
To prepare for ACC Volleyball, you have to learn how to go against a high block. Fisher improved her jump throughout the spring. That was a high attack, strong inside shot.
You will see Michelle Collier toggle between Fisher and Harper in place of Mendez, who, as we said, is out tonight. Off the tape, nice pancake by Clark. It's bumped over by Neely.
Okay.
Tip shot, Otene, and that is a point for Georgia Tech. Otene flying in on the pipe. Had to take something off the swing, gets the results you wanted.
Okay, running some offense. Watch the middle go little distance. Otene up the gut on a 2 attack, tipping it right to right back. I was hoping for the play to continue. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. Good layouts there by Alabama State, but another swing for Bertolino. She puts it into the net. And Alabama State can breathe a sigh of relief. Of course, a lot of teams breathe a sigh when Bianca Bertolino mishits. And she is now 8th in school history in career aces, 135 and counting.
One thing I love about Bertolino is that she looks the same after a miss as an ace. Just so steady in her game and nothing emotionally fluctuates.
And her 4th double-double of the season In that win over Florida, boy, opportunity for a thump off the overpass. Instead, that swing long from Williams and a point to Georgia Tech. That was an inviting opportunity for Alabama State, but they couldn't take advantage.
Mogridge putting her cape on, saving the day on that ball. Bounced over the net. That ball almost was an ace. Mogridge get one hand on it.
Liv Mogridge serving as 2 aces, make it a third.
Honestly, to me, Andy, Mogridge is one of the best middle servers I've ever seen.
What makes her serve so good?
She puts velocity on it. Watch her swing through. It's a strong shot, and it's a jumped floater. Puts a nice, solid pace on it.
Boy, that's back-to-back aces now. Unless Clark can run it down. She does, and it's bumped over. Rally continues. The back set. Fisher puts it away. But that was a great effort by Alabama State just to extend the point, but Fisher with another kill, and is now set point for Tech.
Mogridge doing good on that service line. A transition right side attack. Setter Miliano dropped it, putting her team at set point.
Scanlon going cross court, and the cross court shot connects for Jaylee Neely.
There you go, showing that you're not going anywhere. Just when Georgia Tech creeping at the end, Neely on the right side, showing that the right side can add offense just as much as the middle.
Freshman Cameron Clay to serve. As Georgia Tech looks to polish off a dominating set 1. Otene gets it blocked. Well done, Wooldridge.
Wooldridge coming all the way over. This is a block setup. That's penetration. This is how you can produce that type of block. It's the movement. When they're not set up, that's where Georgia Tech's taking advantage.
Back-to-back points for the Hornets. Emiliano, the reversal, and off the top of the block and down for Fisher. And Georgia Tech claims set 1, 25-10. Laura Fisher getting her second career start. She contributes 4 kills for Georgia Tech. Alabama State trying to climb out of a negative hitting percentage. Cameron Clay to serve to get us underway in set 2. Emiliano, Bertolino, and she gets the touch for the point.
Tired legs are one thing, but when you trust your pass and serve game, you can side out with a one-on-one or a moving block situation. Nice reverse set. That was a beautiful pass to cause the middle to hold.
That is already, Keely, a 17th assist for Luana Emiliano as the serve by Bertolino is tamed by Clark, but the block by Mogridge.
Right back at it, Andy. That pass, Clark laying out, just taken with a good shoulder angle, but just Mogridge all over the middle attack, knowing that's the game plan.
That was a great serve reception by Clark. It was an in-system ball, but it was stuffed in the middle by Mogridge. And there's the air by Bertolino. Alabama State started the year 3-0. Wins versus Louisiana Monroe, South Carolina State, and Nicholls State. Very bruising portion of the schedule they're persevering through right now. They've dropped 6 straight. Emiliano to Fisher. As she busts up the block. I think there was a net violation on Fisher. There was. The point to Alabama State.
Fisher going right at that antenna, trying to hit the line. Cobb gave her enough line to look at. Good side out, though, for Alabama State.
And an overpass. Through the middle. Bertolino laying out. But it's a point for Alabama State, and the Hornets take the 3-2 lead.
Coach White says, we are going to force Willis anytime we get a ball close, and you see that. Willis going into the hands, not trying to work around. Got that nice friendly bounce.
Third straight serve for the junior Brooke Adams. Played 2 sets versus Florida yesterday. Into the net, side out, Georgia Tech snaps a 3-0 Hornets run. Yeah, this is a very middle-heavy Alabama State team, and Penny Lucas-White makes no pretenses about that. She kind of builds this team in her own image as a player,
right,
as we were joking this week.
I saw Penny White do a slide attack about 10 years ago, did it better than anyone in the camp. It was like a college and high school camp. She just got like, guys, this is how you do it. Went up and cracked the slide attack.
Like she never left.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah. Former All-SEC player at LSU before this decorated coaching career. That's included stops at Memphis, Air Force Academy. 432 wins and counting. And the off-speed falls for the Hornets.
In my coaching days at San Diego State, she's best friends with Dietrich Collins-Parker, also on the national team. Loves to force and get things going and spent a lot of dinners with Coach White. And her team's really showing that same type of energy and fight.
Camille Clark had Alabama State's lone ace versus South Alabama. That is clinical through the middle to DeAndre Pierce.
Georgia Tech, they don't run a lot of plays with the middles. It's like a push set, maybe a three ever so often, but the push really works, causing the middle to cut the ball to her left to hopefully take out the setter.
Second kill for DeAndre Pierce, the junior from Austin, Texas. Great rip from the pin. Well done by the Hornets. Nyla Cobb had a team-high 10 kills earlier today versus South Alabama, and there's a reason why.
Smart idea, setting further off the net to give a little more space and court to work with. Cobb taking it close to the sideline.
The second-team All-SWAC 2 years ago, preseason All-SWAC last year, the graduate student from Tallahassee, Florida. Scanlon serving short. Reaching, Otene kept up but not over.
There you go, Bertolino out of the pipe attack. It was low enough set so the defender's not able to get in a strong position. Bertolino just so smart. She's in her senior year. She's like, guys, we're gonna work smarter, not harder.
A little tip shot from the 10-foot line. Craftiness by the senior Bianca Bertolino. Boy, I tell you what, the serve receive so much sharper now in set 2 for Alabama State. They're reaping the rewards, back tied at 6.
100%, Andy, that is the difference. Sticking passes, the Georgia Tech block not able to get a strong setup, and you found a hot hand. Cobb, another kill, 4 kills right now.
In addition to her double-digit kills versus South Alabama, had 8 against Florida, and Pierce able to muscle that through the block, packs it down for the point.
In that two-hitter situation, so setter Emiliano is in the front row. You need to show a spread in the offense, so it's nice Pierce can run that slide attack.
Sophia Velez to serve. A lean back swing, but off the block touch, the point. That was Bailey Payne.
And no, I look at the argument from either blocker. So Liv Mogridge looked at coach like, coach, I touched it, don't use your challenge call. Nice smart high shot into the hands.
Like you said, she had a lean back for it, but really got it home. And an Alabama State ace. Wait a second, it's pancaked up, tapped over.
What?
Play continues. Velez with a great layout, and now the kill by Bertolino. Will Penny Lucas-White challenge this? I think she is marching over. Challenge card in hand. They played through the point. We'll take another look at it. That was Emiliano with a layout, and then on the other end, it's Bertolino through the block. Will that call stand?
I'm thinking there was a little friendly bounce off the court, but that's the effort you have to show. So imagine
Alabama State is challenging that the ball was down.
Imagine Coach Penny White didn't use her challenge card right now. You lay out for effort and hope for the best.
Because if it's close enough, they'll let you play through the point. We'll see if that withstands the review. Right now, Georgia Tech up 8-7 in set number 2. We welcome you this Friday night to O'Keefe Gymnasium in Atlanta. Georgia Tech with one more non-conference weekend. Next Friday, they head to Athens to take on
The call
Georgia.
is reversed.
And a very quick review. It is reversed and give Alabama State the 8-7 lead. I think that was the right call.
Yeah, right call, right. But this is why you lay out. Nice job, Emiliano, with some effort.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Ball touched the floor, any part, even if you get any piece of your fingers under it, but it touches the floor, it's considered down.
Layla Wooldred, 6'1" junior, the transfer from UMBC, to wind up the serve. Down the line to Velez. Emiliano ranges underneath it. Tapped over, and we have a net violation. We did. On the swing from Neely, point Georgia Tech.
That was an extra effort. Penetration, you saw Bertolino change her shot, make it a roll shot, not a tip shot. The block had a little more time hanging. Ooh. I think extra penetration caught the net.
Penny Lucas-White doubling up here. Another challenge card wielded by Alabama State's 14th year head coach.
Alabama State is challenging the net call.
What do you got, Keely?
So the main thing you look for is first the ball. Did the ball clear the height of the net and stayed back? Notice the ball did not touch even close to the net, and then the net moves.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a piece of the body of any of those blockers causing that net violation.
Bertolino and Mogridge were well clear of the net. I don't know if Penny
the call is confirmed.
Will go 2 for 2. Call is confirmed. Georgia Tech point.
Andy, no joke. Every time I see that, like a blocker is like, I didn't touch the net, coach. The coach uses challenge call, but loses. The blocker actually.
Yeah.
It brings me back to high school basketball when I never fouled a girl.
Oh,
and
sure.
You're right, never.
No.
And you're laying out. You watch the video later. You're like, oh my gosh, Keely, you were totally hitting that girl.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Emiliano off the side out, floating it down the line. Slowed up by Mogridge. Emiliano, Bertolino down the line. Great cover ball by Scanlon. Otene handles the roll shot. Bertolino finessing it. Now the up by Bertolino. Oh, and the off speed. Cheeky shot by Otene for the Tech point.
2 seniors, outside and middle back right now, knowing where their tip shots are open. Nice job, Otene, just testing the court.
3rd kill for Tamara Otene. Emiliano had a double-double in that straight set win over Florida. Joust at the net. Nope, net violation. Either Fisher or Mogridge caught a piece on the way down, and the Hornets steal the point.
That's nice when the
beg your pardon.
When the ball doesn't clear the height of the net and blocks goes up, and your teammates still cover, it's considered a 4-ball contact.
Put that on my tab. Misread the up official. Otene with the layout. Mogridge the bump. Bertolino down the line. And Otene knew she needed to get those hands down, as that one was likely going to be swung long. Instead, the side out for the Hornets.
This was one of the keys of the game. If you see a block set up, work the hands. Stay away from the defenders. Nice, strong shot. High into that hands.
2nd kill for Bailey Payne. 9 serving 10. And that is well clear of the back line.
You know what I love about Coach White is that before the match when we were talking to her, Georgia Tech fans walked by and they recognize me, right? And they go, I hope this is fast. I hope Georgia Tech wins in fact.
You don't say that.
But they didn't even know who Coach White was. Because we were just standing there and she goes, oh, sit tight. We're about to fight. I love it. Showing that competitive spirit right back to a fan.
Okay, so what was the fans' reaction when Coach Penny offered that rebuttal?
They were just taken aback, like, oh.
Wait a second. Second straight service here by Alabama State. Yeah, that's where you gotta know your constituency.
Exactly. And you see the risk taking, you have to risk it. Both of those sailing long on it, but you have to risk your serve today. And for Liv Mogridge up, this is where Georgia Tech's pushing points.
She had 3 aces in that first set, trying to snipe it cross court down the line, but again wide as these teams trading service errors midway through the second.
You got Otene in the front row. Good time to set her a low flat ball if you can get a good pass.
Come off the serve from Camille Clark. Emiliano up high, and Fisher cross court for the kill.
Now that's so pretty. We saw that throughout the second weekend, that Georgia Tech dropped the height of the right side set. First it was to Mendez, but now Mendez out. You see the same low ball to Fisher, able to get a one-on-one opportunity. Nice set, Emiliano.
Leads to a smooth in-rhythm swing by senior Laura Fisher. She's got 5 kills, which is now a career high. Had 4 kills twice last year. Dig by Velez, the slide by Pierce has that return back. Snug set and is tapped off the outside hand, but blocked by Alabama State, and the Hornets get the point.
Man, that would have been smooth if it went down for a kill. Nice jump, a reverse set going forward, Emiliano. You had Otene trying to work the tool shot, just not able to get a drop. Ashby all over that tip.
I can't argue with Emiliano's precision tonight. She's got 23 assists, not yet barely midway through the second set, but that was not one of her better efforts. Scanlon, the junior from Puna, Hawaii, by way of Dodge City Community College. Pierce, point tech.
This is really good for the confidence of middle Pierce and what Georgia Tech needs throughout ACC play. Can you get kills out of your middle? We know you're pin heavy, but nice job, Pierce, showing that you can do it.
Andrew Pierce, good slide here there as well. This is the kind of bounce back that Penny Lucas-White wanted to see from her team, not just in this set, but in this match overall, where the aces have not nearly been the issue they were versus Florida and South Alabama.
And you called it, Andy. The service game's improving, the passing game, and working the hands for Alabama State to stay in the set.
Alabama State serving down one, another slide, another kill. Pierce.
Going for the matchup, Bailey Payne, the left front blocker. Georgia Tech feels like Pierce has the height advantage, taking it back-to-back off of 1 foot behind the setter attacks for Pierce.
That is one quick wrist by Deandra Pierce. Gives her a 5th kill in 6 attacks. And we've hit our 15-point timeout. Georgia Tech up 2 and up 1 set in Atlanta.
Okay, Nature Boy, what's that bird then?
It's a male finch. They give seeds to females in a bonding ritual.
Wow.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Oh, now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Taking a class in your attic, that dead spot is gone. Stream ballet in your man cave, learn to paint on your lawn.
He's glorious.
For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
Tech up 2 in the second set. You take a look at the SWAC preseason poll. Somewhat surprising, Alabama State, Keeley, not a single first-place vote despite winning the SWAC regular season. Each of the last 2 years going 31-1 in conference over those 2 seasons. And Coach Penny Lucas-White said she loads up in the non-conference schedule because she wants to measure the level of fight in her team. They're getting a fight. As the kill once again comes from Bailey Payne.
That was a really tight pass. Setter goes up. The most likely was going to set the middle, but the height advantage on the block is their outside. Nice job forcing that set out, and Payne just took it off Emiliano.
Hornets went from a negative hitting percentage in set 1, Keeley, to currently .333. What a thump by Bertolino. Unable to be tracked down by Wooldridge. Point Tech.
Andy, building team culture is just as important as a win or loss. Bertolino just showing her power on that hard shot, but you're seeing the fight with Alabama State. That team culture, staying united, is what Coach White's about.
Not allowed the Jackets to get on a run from the service line. That's an overpass and tapped over by Mogridge. One of the rare times this set we've seen a sloppy serve receive from the Hornets. Mogridge there to take advantage.
That was a bullet coming straight. Your middle and Mogridge has to be ready. If you're hesitant looking at a hitter, you're going to be late on that.
Emiliano serving soft. Off the reversal. That's off the inside hand of the block and down for Jalen Neely, the junior from Los Angeles.
Neely with her left hand. Watch her go hard against the moving hand, trying to drop in Bertolino. Andy, this is how you get kills on Georgia Tech. Work the hands of the block, set up around. Their defense is just too tough.
Neely, the transfer from Irvine Valley College. Once again, narrows the deficit to 2. Fisher winds up, took something off, gets the point.
Oh, Coach Collier saying, okay, thank you on that. But you'll see the hand contact, not so much matching the arm speed. Comes off a little flat, but it was the right spot you're going for, Fisher, for that kill.
Fisher working on a career high, 6 kills for the senior in her second career start. And first since 2022. Well, teams shorthanded tonight. We had noted Larissa Mendez, Georgia Tech's freshman All-ACC outside hitter from a year ago. Second on the team in kills, nursing a foot injury, out a second straight game. Also setter Eloise Suarez missing the match tonight. And an ace by Bertolino. No, bumped off the net. Mogridge, hang time.
Ooh.
Great layout from the back by Cobb. Awarding a couple of strong swings from the Jackets, but now finally it's Mogridge for the kill.
Emiliano, such a smart going back to the middle. Mogridge had the first shot. That was just a sweet dig by Cobb. Going right back, developing confidence with that middle attack today.
And it forces the timeout from Alabama State. Tech 19-15 in set 2. Alabama State also shorthanded tonight. A preseason SWAC Libero of the Year, second team all-conference a year ago. Temperance Chapman is out. So is Kaylin Hines. And so you're not quite getting the fullest illustration of Alabama State tonight. And a team that will, once again, as has become their habit under Coach Lucas White, contending for the SWAC championship.
Yeah, Coach White knows that this is bigger than preseason. You're fighting hard. If you win that conference championship, that's a automatic bid to postseason. So missing players, really hard to swallow, but she does a great job with recruiting that type of player that regardless of the outcome, you're going to go down fighting, and that's what you're seeing even in the second set.
Even with these injuries, she said, my blood pressure is so much lower with
Right.
this team. Just likes the mental makeup of her squad that will try to get back into the NCAA tournament. Always good when you got a team that's gracious on the blood pressure, as you know.
Right. Hold back those gray hairs.
Bertolino with a jump top serve. And there with the bump. Emiliano, a reach by Fisher, gets the point. Had to really swoop at the pin to complete the point for Tech, 2015.
Coach Collier's got to be really happy with their team, just finding some offense today, not relying like we normally see him on Otene and Bertolino, but Fisher making up some offense.
You wonder if that might be intentional on Michelle's part.
Oh, 100%.
Fisher took something off. Clever shot to the deep corner. Second straight point by Laura Fisher, and Tech starting to stretch it out.
With the offense, just trying to save the jump of your outside attack. Nice job, Fisher, changing up a shot. If you're Alabama State right now, you're going to back and working your defense on roll shots and tips. Your strong shots look good.
Through the middle, but denied by Mogridge.
The scouting report is paying off on a good pass. When you have Willis in the front row, you know Alabama State wants to go there. Otene does too, with the help over with her middle Mogridge.
Second block for Liv Mogridge to go along with 7 kills, 3 aces. Another rip by Bertolino. Velez with the bump. Otene and a miss hit by Clark.
Taking it. Otene is like, all right, I got a set coming. Let me just go ahead, put this away as a kill off the left shoulder of Clark.
Hornets had denied a Georgia Tech run for most of this second set, but now it's 6 in a row for the Jackets. Oh, clever shot. Was that one of those off speeds that you had tipped off the Hornets about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Change up the shot. Emiliano and Bertolino looking at themselves going, oh, was that yours? Was that mine? Bertolino thought Emiliano was going to stay back, but that's how you do it. You got to be creative against a strong defense.
Kristen Ashby, her second kill. Off the block touch. Cobb. Velez's turn to tee up Otene.
Wow.
And that one will bounce off the brick of O'Keefe Gymnasium for a Georgia Tech point. It'll be set point for Tech in the second.
If you're Alabama State, you look across the net, you're like, oh, we don't have a shorter block with Emiliano. What do we do? You have Willis in the front row. You need a side out. Good pass, get her the ball.
Mogers to serve. Out of system ball for the Hornets, but they'll get the point.
Little hop, skip, and a jump with that friendly net bounce. Good scramble, nice bump set just to keep it playable. And Ashby coming up again with a back-to-back kill.
Clark to serve and long, and Georgia Tech completes a second set victory, 25-17. Be Emiliano to serve. Play feeds Ashby. Well covered by Emiliano. Bertolino changes speed. Mogridge, nice up. That was Clay. From the 10-foot line, got to go over the net, not under it. Georgia Tech gets the opening point.
This is why a lot of right sides are left-handers. So that ball coming over to the right side, you got to get all the way over if you're right-handed on an out-of-system ball to connect with that. I'm sure she's not happy about the replay.
Meanwhile, the service there by Emiliano leads to the Alabama State side out. Hornets back in the state of Georgia Thursday through Sunday. They'll play next in the Georgia Southern Invitational. Emiliano pushes it across. Fisher tools it for the point. Michelle Collier has to be delighted at what she has seen from Laura Fisher.
You're right, and the height of the tempo of the set is just really doing a great job giving her a moving block at the contact.
And Luana Emiliano, Keeley, 32 assists. And there's an ace from Bertolino as she continues to climb the all-time charts at Georgia Tech.
When Bertolino has a slow start on her serve, you'll see no reaction even from Coach Collier. Just getting in her groove right now. Smart timeout taken. You got to ice this strong server.
That is ace number 136 in the career of Bianca Bertolino, her first of the match. And Penny Lucas-White calls an early timeout. Georgia Tech up 2-0 in the third.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, Cloud 9, 2 words, Cloud 9. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet. But either way,
you're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials. Okay, Nature Boy, what's that bird then?
It's a male finch. They give seeds to females in a bonding ritual.
Wow.
Our final match of the Georgia Tech Classic featuring the Yellow Jackets, the Gators, the Hornets, and the Jaguars. Out of the timeout, another serve by Bianca Bertolino. Have yet to see a four-setter in the Georgia Tech Classic. Georgia Tech hoping to stay that way. Emiliano the jump set. Otene got it blocked.
Coming all the way over on that block side. Otene had to go with her left hand on that. It was over her shoulder. Ashby got the read. Number 12 on your screen. That was the block setup that saved the day.
Like Kristen Ashby. A revelation in this matchup. Hometown senior. When they got the schedule release, penciled this weekend down. Bertolino to Otene, second straight block, this time Wooldridge.
Wooldridge, out of system ball, coming over for the close. This is, make no mistake, Otene was getting the ball and Wooldridge all over that penetration.
Layla Wooldridge, junior from Coral Springs, Florida, part of a UMBC team that won the America East tournament, played in the NCAA first round versus Penn State last year. When you're looking to fill holes through the transfer portal and you're a program that perennially plays deep into your conference tournament like Alabama State, it helps to have somebody, an acquisition in the portal with NCAA tournament experience, and Layla Wooldridge definitely checks that box for the Hornets. Good rally. This is bumped across to Cobb. Fisher and Pierce locking it down. Try to go over on two. Now smack to the deep line. Here is Otene over the double block. That's covered by Clay. Great rally. Probably the best of the match. Otene times it and hammers it. But a great dig from the back by Adams. Otene once more throws it through the block. Pierce. And it'll be a point for Alabama State. O'Keefe Gymnasium applauding the effort on both sides of the court, but the Hornets able to hustle their way to the point.
Taking some deep breaths, ladies. You earned that point. Both teams going back to back. That just shows such want to finish out that point for Alabama State.
Well, that got a well-earned eruption from the Hornets bench to tie this third set at 4. That was a fun rally.
So fun. And number 2 on your screen, what you talk about with Wooldridge is a middle playing under Coach White, a former middle. It's like matching an offense, almost like a running back or a wide receiver. If it's a running offense, you don't, if you're a good wide receiver, you don't want to play in that type of offense. The same thing,
right?
If you go under a coach that just relies on the pin attack, that just uses a middle blocker only to block but not hit. But that's not the case with Alabama State. It's a very middle attacking offense. So Wooldridge making a great decision.
Yeah, Hornets make no bones about it. They are relentless going through the middle. Good job to salvage that dig, but the block by Leah Harper, who's on for the first time. The senior from Martinsburg, West Virginia, and she tallies the block on her first touch.
Georgia Tech to the deepest on that right side attack. Harper at 6'2", gets a great block set up. Coach Collier talks about how well her vision is on the block.
Harper, who played all 3 sets last night versus South Alabama. Tech serving up 2. The slide is dumped back over by Otene. And not a whole lot on that back set the Hornets could have done with it.
Experienced block right there. Otene recognizing that set was tight and going over instead of looking at the hitter. She just went pure ball to stop it.
Served by Ashlyn Goolsby, in for the first time. Scanlon with the feed. And that high flat ball misses hands from Cobb, Point Tech.
Andy, you're right. That's exactly what Cobb was going for, hands. That type of shot, you see how high it hit. You're trying to catch hands and with your power send it long.
And an ace by Goolsby. Caught him lacking. 9-4 Georgia Tech.
I'm like 99% sure this is the first time Goolsby at his senior year has entered the court. Smiles all around with an ace.
Just because your on-court time has been minimal doesn't mean that you haven't been contributing. Goolsby setting up Pierce.
Yes, look at the bench. This just brings tears to my eyes. This is the team fight and just loving your teammates. This is what college volleyball is about. Just appreciating each person individually for what they bring to your team. A nice dig, good set and delivery by Pierce.
Now a 6-0 Georgia Tech run, and the tool for the Alabama State point. That's Essence Jones, the sophomore from Alpharetta, making a return to her hometown.
So fun, Jones going in off the hands. I'm loving this though. The Georgia Tech switching to the 6-2 to see if they can run it with Harper and Goolsby.
Yeah, a little tinkering here from Michelle Collier. Oh, watch out. That was a thump by Otene.
Coach White doing a little eyebrow lift on that, like, dang, that came with some heat. Otene shaking her teammates' hands like, guys, yeah, that's what I do.
Just a very casual laser from Tamara Otene. Now puts it in play on the serve. Tough angle. That's rejected by Harper. Free ball for Georgia Tech. Goolsby to Harper.
Oh.
Cranks it cross court for the kill. All Georgia Tech in the third. And they're getting contributions up and down the lineup.
I mean, if you just need energy to the court, throw Goolsby in. Teammates are on the bench cheering so hard for that setting action.
The 7-1 Georgia Tech run. Logan Wiley, the freshman, now in for the first time. Like you had said, 4 matches, 7 days. Georgia Tech will have the rest of the weekend off, but you know those legs are probably feeling heavy from the likes of Otene and Bertolino and Mogridge. Block, Pierce. That was massive from Pierce.
Okay, Logan Wiley getting some action.
Oh yeah, give
nice
that to Wiley.
Close. Yes, waking the whole bench up. Fans are even loving this. New players getting some action.
Pierce would be impressed, saying, I taught you well.
Right.
Goolsby tight set, and tried to be punched over by Wiley. Didn't have the angle for it. Alabama State the point.
That's the right idea, trying to force the middle. If the ball's high, it comes down heavy. So if your hands aren't prepped to pop that ball back out, sometimes you get that little miscontact, a double, but they don't call it anymore if it's off of a set.
Now 6 serve and 13, freshman Taylor Williams on the line for the Hornets. Harper got it blocked. It was Zenobia Willis. Only a matter of time, Keely, before we called Zenobia Willis his name.
Willis so strong. Adams with a fantastic setup, a bump set. You're able to get a stationary block, and that just tests your penetration. Great job, Willis.
Penny Lucas White calls her grad transfer. Zenobia Willis, seasoned, fearless. Can't swat that down on the overpass. Wiley just able to get it over the net. Otene with the layout. Goolsby to Bertolino for the kill.
Keep that as a highlight reel forever, Goolsby. You just said Bianca Bertolino live in a match with a beautiful dime right on the money. Bertolino in her stride. Takes advantage of the power right at the defender.
4th assist for Ashton Goolsby in this 3rd set. Bianca Bertolino a match high 10 kills. Georgia Tech still hitting .460 as a team. Alabama State 0.45.
Taking a 6-2, you get Emiliano, the 5-7 setter out, and you replace with a 6-2 blocker of Harper.
Another block, Bertolino converging with Anna Bosey. Yeah, and that was something that when we caught up with Michelle Collier before the season, before their opener versus UCLA, 5-1, 6-2, trying to figure out the best combinations and their ability to be versatile in their setup. Nothing simple about that. That was just a straight rip by Harper off the overpass.
It is obvious, even in this set, the height advantage for the block when you are in a 6-2. You take the 5-7 setter out. You have an overpass. Harper putting it down with authority. You just shift. There's no blocking disadvantage now.
Here's Willis through the middle. One-handed dig by Velez. Willis once more. Another dig, Velez. Bertolino trying to go soft over the block. They reload. Otene has to push it over. Clark did a good job to keep it up. Jackets will have a transition ball. Goolsby, the back set, a Harper cross court, had it slowed up. Harper once more. She is a power swing from the pin. Can't get that one down. Goolsby. Oh, look what I found. Nope, caught the net. Yep.
Good effort on a tight ball. Back row violation by a setter. Velez, you are good at picking up hard shots, easy shots, putting on the dime. Nice rally defensively overall. Alabama State just happy to stay in the fight inside out.
Sophia Velez, calm and simple in the words of Michelle Collier. But she also said she's a quiet killer. Bertolino from the 10-foot line. Unable to be handled by Clark. Bianca Bertolino kill number 11 as Georgia Tech inches closer to a sweep at O'Keefe.
After that kill, you're back to Emiliano and Fisher in the front row. For Georgia Tech, this is a strong rotation for your next 3 rounds. This is where you want to finish it.
Emiliano with that knuckling serve. Bertolino winds up and detonates.
What are we watching, Andy? Pure power. Bertolino, you thought she had enough, so much power coming into Georgia Tech. It just elevated year after year. Now understanding all of her shots with great vision. Bertolino giving a little point back to her setter, like, nice set.
Timeout, Alabama State. Bianca Bertolino can sometimes jump so high her ears pop. A dozen kills, a .632 hitting percentage, and a 10-point Tech lead in set 3. Well, Georgia Tech, 2 Fridays from tonight, opens ACC play as they officially baptize SMU to the Atlantic Coast Conference, their first meeting in a decade. We'll get very acquainted with one another over the coming years, but I'll tell you what, SMU, for its maiden voyage through the ACC, they have certainly turned some heads with their performances in non-conference.
Yeah, beating Texas. Number 1 Texas shocked everybody, and that just added to what is coming for ACC volleyball with Stanford, with Cal, and now SMU being a volleyball powerhouse. It's just getting hot out there, Andy.
Well, not only do you welcome in SMU that weekend, but then that Sunday, number 1 Pitt. Georgia Tech preseason 4th in the ACC. It is an Atlantic Coast Conference with several representatives in the top 25 and the likes of Stanford, SMU, Cal certainly. They will only make a strong volleyball league stronger. Tech up 10 out of the timeout. Emiliano to serve, former WAC Setter of the Year from UTRGV and originally Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Emiliano, 33 assists, 6 digs tonight. Pushed across to Ashby. One more for Fisher. She's closing in on double-digit kills. In fact, that is a 10th kill for Fisher on a career night.
Emiliano knew everybody would be camping on Bertolino. That's a great job getting middle going and the next set going back to Fisher.
This is the type of night that can build so much confidence from Laura Fisher moving forward. Ooh, what a rip. Hello.
Yes, Payne says, hey, I'm here for it too. Watch my power come through. Snuck it through that block. Nice vision to go around Bozy right at the right back.
Payne. Make you feel some pain.
That's a great volleyball last name.
It's a 4th kill for Bailey Payne, 182 tonight. As Adams deals the serve to Bertolino with a miss hit. And it's an ace for Brooke Adams.
Adams getting strong points, came in the last round, stuck a beautiful pass out of the serve of Bertolino. Now comes right back and aced her.
Second ace of the night for the Hornets. Ooh, and that caught a ricochet off of Velez. Back-to-back aces for Adams.
Flashback of elementary dodgeball. Played it often. It wasn't so fun. It's coming at your face. You're trying to get out of the way. Just caught Velez.
Bertolino with the roll shot, and that's kept up by Clay. Cobb has to bump it over. Emiliano deals to Bertolino. A line shot with force.
Andy, I've never seen Bertolino work the court as much as she's doing this year. She really paid attention, working different shots, knowing that's what it needed in ACC volleyball. Bertolino, incredible play today.
It just feels like unassuming power by Bianca Bertolino as she gets the ace. Number 2 of the night for Bertolino, and Tech up 10.
These are the strong rotations. You have Bertolino serve, followed Emiliano just served. Bertolino, 10th in the nation in aces, showing what she's powerful for.
It can be majestic. Net takes some teeth out of that swing. What a layout by Velez off the hit from Cobb. And now a point for Georgia Tech.
I'm having a blast, Andy. Great volleyball. I thought the ball was going down. I thought it was a beautiful attack, and Velez just sitting in it, going, I can pick up this strong set. Cobb had it, too. That's a dime of the set as well.
Lara Martinez Casas, their true freshman, signed late. That swing long from Bertolino for the Alabama State side out. A lot of Yellow Jackets getting their first career points in this match as they try to make short work of the Hornets. Don't sleep on Alabama State, though. You certainly can't when you're facing a team that's won their conference's regular season each of the last 2 years. And thump down for the Wooldridge point.
There you go, Wooldridge, covering sideline to sideline.
First kill for Layla Wooldridge tonight. Does have a pair of blocks. Clark to serve, the native of Salt Lake City, Utah. Good eye by Martinez Casas to let that sail wide.
It's really nice for Georgia Tech to go deep into their bench. It's not so much getting kids playing time, but seeing what you have on the court.
So a Winford to serve. That shot long for Martinez Casas, 23-14.
The right idea. That ball was a little inside. She's trying to catch hands. Alabama State staying in it, going also deep into their bench.
It'll be Sierra Scanlon to serve. Off the back set, that's punched over by Fisher. Couldn't do much with that, but she does something with that hit from Cobb. The block by Fisher, and Tech has 10 match points.
Georgia Tech looking strong, even shifting to that 6-2 and playing deep into their bench, bringing energy in this third set is what they needed to bring in some vibe.
It'll be Ashlyn Goolsby serving to try to close it out. Through the middle, it's blocked, but it corkscrews wide. Alabama State point.
That was something Alabama State has not done all match. Bring Cobb up the middle. Way to change it up and be creative.
Cobb to serve to Bertolino. Oh, what a dime. That is blocked, but it is wide, and Georgia Tech finishes off the sweep. And Michelle Collier got contributions up and down her